In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the most important lessons I have ever learned. I've got my notepad here, this is a long form video, and let's get into it. So, over the years, I have learnt many important lessons, and especially over the last 1.5 years. They are the biggest, most important years of my entire life. I'm going to be sharing with you the most important lessons I've learned. These will help you massively on self-improvement and just to live a better and happier life. So the first lesson that I learned, or the first one that I've listed on here at least, is fighting fire with fire, and all shall be burnt. If you fight fire with fire, everyone gets burnt. This is true. If you are to fight anger with anger, everyone will be angry and everyone will get hurt. You'll see this in many situations with arguments and stuff, where people will think that if someone's being rude and aggressive towards them, being rude and aggressive to that person will end up actually beating the person in like an argument. It doesn't work. It actually doesn't work. So here's an example. Some person says something rude to you. They make you feel bad, and you think you'll say something rude back to them. That makes them feel bad. Then they suddenly say something rude to you. Then you say something rude to them. Then they say something rude to you. Then you say something rude to them. You both, at some point, get annoyed with each other. And in most cases, people get into something called cognitive dissonance, which is where you're not mindful of the other person's point of view. You just blame them as they're wrong, you're right. And in turn, no one learns anything, no one resolves the issue, and you just get into a massive argument. Fighting anger with anger doesn't work. Fighting fire with fire doesn't work. If you try to fight evil or darkness with evil or darkness, it's not going to work. If someone is to, let's say, someone is to run over your dog deliberately, if you go out of your way to run over their dog, is that actually going to solve the problem that they're a bad person? That's probably going to make them act out in revenge on you. And then because they acted out in revenge on you, you will then act out in revenge on them. And they'll act out revenge on you, and revenge on them, and revenge on you, and revenge on them. And it spirals into an unlimited loop of hate and toxicity. You do not want to do it. Fighting fire with fire, everyone always gets burnt. So don't do that. That is one of the most important lessons I have ever learnt. You need to learn that lesson too. The next one is forgiving everyone, but not forgetting. So let's say someone in an extreme situation, let's say your best friend, who you've known forever, takes you down some little alleyway and goes, hey, I've got to show you something, and then he stabs you in the back and leaves you to die. This is an extreme situation, but let's just say this happens. Then you manage to survive, get to a hospital, get help, and later on he goes, I don't know why I did that, I was angry, I am sorry, and forgive me. I was wrong. I'm sorry that I did that. Forgive them. You need to actually move on, forgive them, because holding on to that anger doesn't actually get rid of it. Holding on to that resentment for another person doesn't get rid of it, especially in situations of trauma or like abuse. It doesn't work. You need to forgive everyone, even the people who have wronged you. But there is a catch to it. If you were to forgive and completely forget exactly what they did, for example, with what I'm talking about, this guy stabs you, he's your best friend, and you survive, and he says, I'm truly sorry, I've done wrong, I please forgive me, I don't know why I did that, I was just angry, and please forgive me, I'm so sorry for stabbing you. Forgive him. But if in a week's time he says, hey, let's go down an alleyway, I want to show you something, would you trust him? It's a little bit hard to trust someone who's lured you down an alleyway and then stabbed you, who's doing basically the same thing again. If it's the exact same situation, let's say a week later he goes, hey, come down the alleyway, I've got to go show you something. You'd be like, I'm not going down there, you're going to stab me. You're going to do it again. Just because you didn't get me the first time, you're going to try again. You serious? You think I'm going to believe that? If you completely forgot what he did, you'd be gullible and fall for it again. For example, you may have a narcissist or a toxic person. Mostly these narcissists do this all the time. And they'll be like, I'm so sorry, please forgive me, I don't know why I did that, I don't know why I was rude to you, I'm sorry. You forgive them, and then you completely forget everything they did, and then they do it again. And they ask for forgiveness, and you feel bad, and you forgive them, and then they do it again. You ask for forgiveness, and they feel bad, and you do it again. You've still got to remember what they've done, understand what's about to happen. If they continuously do it, you're like, I forgive you. Like, man, I forgive you for stabbing me. I forgive you for luring me down there, but I am not going down there again. And the fact that you were trying to do it a second time already means that I cannot trust you. I cannot trust you because you literally just stabbed me, said that you're sorry, and then tried to lure me back down an alleyway to stab me again. I can't trust that. And even if you weren't trying to stab me, why would you even do that again? Like, oh, let's go down an alleyway and I want to show you something. Bro, why would you do that? That's literally the most suspicious thing you could do. You wouldn't trust him. You would go, okay, forgive you for what you've done, but we're no longer friends. Moving on. Okay, I cannot trust you anymore. Goodbye. Because you just tried to stab me once, then you tried to stab me a second time. I'm not trusting you. Same with the narcissist. You were rude to me once. You were toxic. You were saying bad things about me once. I forgave you. You asked for forgiveness. I forgave you. Now you're doing it again. I forgive you again. You're doing it again. I forgive you again. You're doing it again. Look, I know you're doing it 100,000 times, and I will continuously forgive you for it, because you should always forgive people. But I will not forget what you've done. And if you're continuously slagging me around, then slagging my name off around everywhere. That doesn't even sound right. If you're trying to slander my name or slander me everywhere to all my friends, saying, "Oh, like you're a bad person. This guy's a bad person. Oh, he's so annoying. Does this. Oh man, I'm so sorry for saying all that about you. I didn't mean it. Please forgive me." And then 2 seconds later, he's back over there saying the same stuff for you again. You would forgive him over and over and over forever, but you would still remember that he did it before. If you forget that he did it, you'd be continuously shocked and continuously hurt over and over and over. So, forgive, but don't 100% forget, but also don't just hold grudges. You don't want to hold grudges, but you don't want to not have any sort of remembrance of what they did. For example, someone stabs you, and he lures you down an alleyway again, you wouldn't trust him. You wouldn't go down the alleyway because you believe he'd stab you again. But you also don't want to be like, oh, you're trying to lure me down the alleyway again, you're trying to stab me. You don't want to be this hostile mess because you held a grudge against him. So you've got to forgive and move on. But you've also got to remember what the person did. Forgive. I mean, in some situations you don't need to, but in other situations it's useful because, like with the stabbing situation, they could lure you down there again. How would you trust that that person is telling the truth? You would need to discern that they're telling the truth. You'd be like, okay, empty all your pockets. Empty all your pockets. Let me pat you down, make sure you got no knife on you, and then maybe I'll go down the alleyway. Because last time you brought a knife with you and I'm not trusting you. And if he won't let you do that, then you're like, okay, you're suspicious, you probably got a knife, you're probably going to stab me, I don't trust you, goodbye. But you get it. You got to forgive people. Always forgive them no matter what they have done to you. Okay, even if it comes to stabbing you, forgive them. Because otherwise you're just holding this resentment, and that doesn't make you feel good, and it also makes your interactions with people in the future a lot worse. So you have to always forgive everyone, and you have to be able to move on. I'll chew it up a while. The next one is sleep and mental health are key. Sleep and mental health are some of the most important things of your entire life. Sleep directly impacts mental health in an extremely severe way. If you have the best mental health in the world, and someone just destroyed your sleep, gave you 1 hour of sleep, and then said, go about your day and do everything you normally do, you would have poor mental health. You would feel terrible. Sleep is important. If you do not have a good sleeping routine, go and check out my other videos on sleep and fix your sleeping routine. And with mental health, if you've never even heard of mental health before, then you need to learn about mental health, because it is the most important thing. It impacts your fitness, your physical health, it impacts your diet, it impacts every aspect of your life. Your mental health is important, and it also is directly connected with your quality of life. So fix your mental health and fix your sleeping routine. After I did this, my life was so much better than it was before, and I wish I had started doing like mental health exercises, meditation, and things to improve my mental health and sleep a lot earlier. The next thing is, I'll move on to this one actually. The next thing is, hard work is worth it. Hard work is 100% worth it. People always sit there and think they would wish for active work. Not active work, passive work. For example, they would wish that they could sit here, let's say I am this person who's believing it. I would want to sit here, I would have my computer up, and I would want to type a few things, and then have it basically work for me. Passive income. I spend 1 week working on this, and forever it continuously makes me a small amount of money forever. The thing is, that isn't the best situation, but of course, no, that's a bad example actually. Moving on from that, that's a bad example. Money's a pretty bad example for this. But hard work is needed. If you're trying to go for the most quickest, easiest thing, it's normally not the best option. I could sit there and make a quick bracelet, okay, for my beading business, which I don't want to get too much in detail on that, but for my beading business. I could create a simple bracelet within like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And it could be worth $4. And it could be really crappy quality. And the people who purchase it are just like, oh, it's a kid who's selling them. Yeah, we'll help him out. I want to make high quality, basically like pieces of art. I want to put as much focus and effort into these bracelets to make them as good as possible. So if I dedicated an hour to planning, to getting the beading materials, the colours, the matching stuff, to stretch it all out, make sure it looks correct, and then go and make it, I'd end up with something like this. A lot better. I'd end up with something like this. A lot better. Also, if you don't think it's a lot better, that has a lot of effort put into it. It's like stainless steel wiring on the inside, toggle loops, and also crimps and wire guards and a bunch of other things that most people don't include. They just tie a little knot and voila, it's done. And also something like this, which is $150 bracelet that I made. Sterling silver, high quality, tiger eye, black agate. All of these have black agate or onyx. And yeah, pretty good quality bracelets. So I can put a lot more effort and make a lot greater designs when I put more effort into things. So hard work is extremely important, and hard work actually makes your mental health a lot better, and hard work leads to better results. Don't think everything needs to be easy, and don't think that you need to enjoy every single thing you do. Some things you won't enjoy doing. For example, I don't enjoy editing most of my videos, except for the long ones, of course, because I don't really do much editing. But on the weekdays, I don't enjoy the editing process, because it's all rushed and it's all focused, and it takes up half of my day, and I don't have any free time, which is technically why I've restructured it, which I'll get into after. But I don't enjoy the editing, I don't enjoy the thumbnails, and I don't enjoy the titles of the video. I don't enjoy all the planning stuff. So I do enjoy promoting my message, and like spreading a good message and teaching you guys stuff, but I don't enjoy the editing stuff. But because I put in hard work into the editing process, I can then produce a good result that people can then learn from. Except for on weekends, because the quality is rubbish. And anyway, not much editing on weekends, which is still fine. I get to talk about a lot more. It's just completely unscripted, which is good. So hard work's worth it. Don't ever think that hard work isn't worth it, and don't ever think that you should only do what feels good. Because if I only did what feels good, I'd be addicted to games again, I'd be addicted to junk food, my mental health would be rubbish, my physical health would be rubbish, and I wouldn't be teaching you guys, I wouldn't be teaching you guys at all, and I wouldn't even be making this video. So, hard work is worth it, and don't do what you feel like all the time. The next thing is... I'll leave that one to last. Nah. The next thing is God is real and Christianity is true. I don't have to get too much into it. You can do your own research, but this is true. This is coming from a logical person. It's true. From experience, from learning, it's true. That helps and changes your life massively. The next thing is money can corrupt, and it can also help. I learnt this lesson, I would say, yesterday? Or, I don't know, over the last half a year, I've learnt this lesson a lot. I started the beading business back again, and my only focus was trying to make as much money as possible. I thought, let's make as much money as possible, because then I can use money to... And I thought, okay, what are you using the money for? I don't want to be greedy, I don't want to be, corrupted by money, so what am I using it for? I thought, okay, well, I can help my family out. I can help myself out. And what else? So I could scale the business to make more money, and then more money, and then more money, and I can get to 100 million was my end goal. And I would just keep doing this until I have an extremely efficient business that makes me tons and tons and tons of money. And I thought, what am I going to do with it? I thought, travel the world, be able to help out my family a lot, be able to help out myself a lot. What am I really doing it for? And I thought, Am I going to spend it on watches and cars and rubbish? I thought, what's the point of spending it on watches and cars and rubbish? What's the point in it? There is no point. Is it benefiting me or anyone else to have these ridiculous sports cars and fancy watches and all this? I thought, it's not. And my focus seemed to be on just get money, get money, get money. I had really no actual strong purpose for getting money, rather than that I wanted to get more money. And after I got more money, to get more money. It was like, it's an extremely rare thing most people don't have. It makes me feel better than everyone else. I thought, money seems to be really corrupted. I thought, you don't need money. You don't need to work. Technically, you could be homeless and be the most happiest person on the planet. Money isn't needed to attribute to happiness. So what is the purpose of money? And then I thought, well, okay, then I don't want money at all. Right? I don't want money at all. Just get rid of it. Don't need to work. Don't need to do anything. I'll just survive off of bare minimum. And then I went, that could work. That would definitely finish my needs. Of course, it wouldn't help my family out. So all the money that I do end up earning somehow, if I do anything, would go to my family. But then I thought, but if I had $100 million, I could then put $100 million into helping the homeless. Or if there's a war going on, I can help people in a war-torn country and bring them to safety. I can help people out with money. So I thought money can help, but it can also corrupt. It depends on what your purpose is for money. My purpose was to make money, not to save people in war-torn countries. My purpose was to make money, not to help homeless and people who can't afford to eat. You see what I'm getting at? My purpose was just to make money. My purpose wasn't to help people, it was to make money. My purpose when it came to business was to make money. It wasn't to provide value, it was to make money. Money is a tool that can be used to help you achieve your goals. If I dream of making extremely good bracelets, like high quality gold and silver and rubies and more stuff that's high value, then money can help me to achieve that goal. If my focus is to provide more value to you on YouTube, money can help me to hire editors and to hire more people and to train staff and to get more videos out per day to help you. So it depends on what your focus is. If my focus is on helping people in a war-torn country, I can do that for free, but of course money would help a ton. So realistically what you want to do is you want to have a focus, a mission, and as you pursue this mission to your best extent, money will come in naturally. For example, with this business here for YouTube, because technically it is a business, but it's also a movement, I'm dedicated to helping you to achieve your goals, to achieve your dreams, to live a better life, and to learn lessons that I wish I had learned a lot earlier. And while I pursue that, because I've changed my goal now to that, but as I pursue this, money will come in. Because as I pursue this, I can start a private community, I can create courses, I can create programs which will help you massively. But of course, the money will come in from maybe even just people donating. Money will come in, and I can use that money to fund editors, to fund systems, to help you out more. My focus was on money, and then I was going to take some of that money and throw it at a business, and that business would thrive more. But if my purpose wasn't on helping people in the business, my purpose on... How do I explain this? Okay. So my purpose for the beading business was to make money so that I could fund the YouTube channel to help people out more. But see, my purpose for the YouTube channel wasn't on helping people, it was on building it up to a community. And then after getting a community, then I could build it up to courses. And after getting courses, then a private community. And then after a private community, a team of people. And then it was just trying to build it up as if it was just a business and not a movement. And because of that, my focus was on money to help build a business, not on money to help people out. Money will come in naturally when you help people. So all you need to do is provide extreme amounts of value to people, help them solve their problems and to live a better life, and money will come in. Or you can just provide value, like how Mr. Beast provides lots of entertaining videos. Money comes into his channel because he makes entertaining content that people are wanting to watch. His focus is on making the best videos possible for his audience. My focus for my channel is to help you out as much as possible, and because of that, money will naturally come in at some point and will help to fund the channel. It will also help to grow the channel and to be able to help you out more. The focus isn't on money, it is on providing value to your customers, to your dream audience. It is on helping people. When you help people, money comes in naturally. Why do you think these big companies like Big Pharma and Big Tech and all of this, they all seem to get tons of money? But then you go, okay, well, what about fast food, right? I mean, I'm going completely off topic, but if you go into fast food, technically, thinking about fast food, people want the taste. That's what people are wanting. They're not really helping people. So, I mean, in some cases, money can corrupt you, and in many cases it does. But as long as your focus is on something that is ethically good, then once money comes in, it's only going to positively influence it. If your thing isn't ethically good, if your motive isn't ethically good, then it's only going to corrupt you more. If my focus is on making money with YouTube and money comes in to help me build my channel, all it's going to do is corrupt me more into making more money. If my focus is on helping you and money comes in, it will help me more to help you, which is my purpose. So that is the complete difference, and yes, money can corrupt you, so be very careful. So that was a lesson I definitely learned, and that is something people need to learn. The next thing is learning is a key to success. My hair is in my eyes. Anyway, learning is a key to success. Learning is important. In fact, I've really been slacking off this last week, or possibly even 2 weeks, where my routine when it comes to business and when it comes to YouTube and helping you guys out and building my beading business and trying to provide value and trying to work out what I should do when it comes to money and all of this other stuff, it's just been absolute mayhem, which is why I've missed a few of these videos, as you may have noticed. Even yesterday I missed one. But the thing is, learning is the key to success, and I haven't really been learning that much. I still am been learning every single day, but not as much as I wish I could. So you do need to learn every single day, and now that I've starting to restructure this routine, this week's going to be completely different, by the way. Off topic, but learning is the key to success. Learning is extremely important. You need to learn every single day. You need to try, and I know this sounds hypocritical, but honestly, it's not 100% hypocritical. I have been learning every day, but learning is important, and you should learn as much as you can every single day when it comes to lessons, when it comes to videos, when it comes to books, when it comes to content. It doesn't matter. Learn every single day. Learning is important because I could take information I learn about bracelet stuff, and I could make a new pattern of bracelet, which I can provide more value to my customers, which I can then take that value from the customers and make better quality products. So, as you see, it can help you grow a business, it can help you to improve your life, it can help you in many, many, many ways. You need to learn. Now, well, I'll just cover this one. This is a quote that I created. I don't know if this is a quote that it actually exists. I think it's just a different version of a quote I've already seen, which it is. And I will explain the meaning of this quote after I tell you. So the quote is, be the light you want to see. No. Be the light you wish others to see. I said be the light you wish to see in the world. That's completely wrong. That's a mix of the two quotes. Be the light you wish others could see. If you want people to be kind and happy, you need to be kind and happy. If you want people to be, trustworthy and strong and healthy and mindful, you need to be strong and healthy and mindful because you set an example. If you are in a room of people who are completely obese and you are obese, but then you start working out, you invalidate all of their excuses and you set a better example than them, which then can motivate people to strive to be just as good as you, can motivate them to get fitter and healthier. Be the light you wish for others to see. That is my quote. So if you want to have people be kind and trustworthy and happy, you need to be kind and trustworthy and happy. If you want people... I think I missed one actually. I did. Anyway, if you want people to respect you, and you want people to be nice to you, and you want people to not talk behind your back, you need to do the same to everyone. If you want people to help you, give you gifts, be nice, support you when you need support, you need to do all of that to them. Do you understand? You need to be the light that you wish others could see. You will reap what you sow. If you treat others like rubbish, you are only setting an example for them to treat you like rubbish. If you treat others kindly, you are setting an example for them to treat you kindly. Treat others as you wish you would be treated. Be the light you wish they could see. If people are completely rude all the time, you need to be kind. If people are hateful all the time, you need to be loving. This is the only way you can actually help people. It's not the only way you can help people, but it's one of the ways. Be the light you wish for others to see. That is definitely important. The next one I did post on my Facebook page, my daily tips page, if you want to check it out. I can't recall exactly what it is, but basically love everyone, care for everyone, and be kind to everyone. There is no need for hate at all. No need. Be kind to all, even those who mistreat you, because you set an example, as I just mentioned. You set an example. If you are kind to everyone, you are setting an example for them to be kind to you. And also, if they be mean to you, there is no excuse then, because you're being kind to them. So that makes them feel bad. For example, someone punches you, and you punch back. You're invalidating their punch. They're like, he's just as bad as me. But if they punch you, and you sit there and go, hey, I'm sorry, don't punch me. Or like, put your hands up and do this. Or do something. You're like, don't punch me, I don't want to be hit. And they punch you again. Don't punch me, I don't want to be hit. Or you dodge or weave. You are invalidating their excuse. They have no reason to be punching you if you're being kind to them. They have no reason to be hateful towards you if you're being kind to them, which makes them feel bad about themselves, and if they don't feel bad about themselves, they are simply making themselves worse than you are. Set the example, be the light you wish for others to see, and be kind to everyone. I'll say that at the end. Anyway, so this is the most important tips that I could recall off the top of my head, with not hours and hours and hours of trying to recall things that I've learned about the past year. I'm just going to have a quick chat and talk about some things that I've been doing, what I've been up to for the past few weeks, and why my videos have been delayed and sometimes missed for the next few minutes. So I have been creating more bracelets, as you can see here. Bracelet, bracelet, 2 different bracelets. These ones are really good, but I've been focusing more on trying to restructure my routine, because I find that my routine is extremely stressful 24/7, which is not good for your mental health. Stress is good, but not permanent stress. And I've been trying to restructure it so I can make better quality content, because I'm realizing that my videos aren't getting as many views as they were before. I'm not putting enough effort into them. I'm doing a quick little edit, quick little plan. There's nothing going into it. I can do better than what I'm doing. So I restructured it in this way. On Saturday and Sunday, I miss Saturday, but on Saturday and Sunday, I will try to get 2 videos out, long-form videos, trying to cover as much detail as I can on a very important subject that I'm interested in, to help you out as much as I can on the weekends. It's supposed to provide more value than what you'll get on the weekdays. 2 videos, completely unedited, low dopamine, basically no dopamine, and that's it. On the weekdays, before it was Monday to Friday, every single video, every single day, so a video per day. That was my routine. I've changed that because I'm not getting as much value, because I'm spreading, instead of going for quality, I'm going for quantity, and that's causing a major problem when it comes to my content. It's just dying off, and also I'm not enjoying it at all anymore. I'm not enjoying making the content. I feel like I'm not providing enough value to you, and I know I could do a lot more in that time. So I've changed my strategy to go like this. Monday, I will research, I will plan, I will find a good topic that I'm interested in, that is doing well, that will gain a massive audience so I can help many people, and it will also cover something very important. So it's research, planning, and also downloading all of the stuff I need for the video. On Tuesday, I will do all of the scripting, planning, recording, all of that. Do a little bit of editing, trying to get just most of it done. And on Wednesday, I will do the editing, the final parts of the editing, the thumbnail, the title, and I'll upload it to YouTube. Then on Thursday, I'll repeat the process shoot. Okay, well, there's a big flaw when it comes to this plan. Now I see. There's 5 days in the week, isn't there? I told you it's unscripted. You're just going to see me sitting here thinking about things. Which, I mean, you probably don't see on many other channels. You don't see people sitting there questioning their own ideas on their videos. But I will do that. So there's 5 days when it comes to weekdays. And it takes 3 days to do this process. That would mean that I would only get one long video per day. And on Saturday, it would be the day for the shorter content. That'd be the final day, or upload it. I mean, I don't want to take up the whole day, because this is kind of how my routine would go. I'd wake up, I'd start recording and finish by 12. So all the recording and stuff would be finished by 12, even the planning. And then I would literally go from 12, where I would be eating food at 12, have lunch at 12, and then from 1 till 3, so this is from the morning, doing my whole routine. We get to 12, it's lunchtime, I have a short break. 1 till 3, I do a ton of editing. From 3 till 4, I learn. From 4 till 5, I sit down and relax. From 5 till 6, I normally have dinner. From 6 till 7, I sit down and relax and get my nighttime stuff. And then from 7 till 8, I'm preparing for bed. 8 till 9, preparing for bed. 9, going to bed. That was the routine I was trying to aim for. No time outside, no time with family, nothing. Rubbish. That is a completely terrible routine, especially for mental health and physical health. So, I've changed it, but that would mean that I would only get one long video per week, which isn't very good, right? Well, the long video part I'm going to have to try and work out. I don't have much time to continue talking about this, but the long video I will work out. I might go for 1, I might go for 2, I'll play around with it. And the short videos, you'll only get 2 short videos per week, but they will be highly edited. They will also get to a larger audience of people. And of course, as always, the long videos are dedicated only to the people who are already subscribed and are already watching my videos. Because mostly the ones that are shorter, on the weekdays, are dedicated to getting more people to self-improvement, and the weekend ones are helping people on self-improvement. So I want to put a lot of value into both, and I'm focused on value and quality over quantity. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a good time watching this. I hope you learnt something. Consider subscribing. Check out the tribe, check out the newsletter, Facebook page, all of that. Have links in the description, and peace out. Have a good day. That's it. No, it's not. I have one more thing. Love thy neighbour as thyself.